What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Nature Boy, and I'm really late, but we're gonna go ahead and read because I have not read chapter 1087 and chapter 1088 as of yet. I wanted to wait until today because I wasn't sure if we were on break or not yet, so I wanted to see if 1089 would be out, but if it's not out by now, it most likely means we're on break this week and we're gonna get it next week because right now it's Thursday evening. So we're just going to go ahead and do a double live reaction to 1087 and 1088. And as we read, let's see who joins. So 1087 is titled Battleship Begins. I have been spoiled on some stuff from 1087, but as of 1088, I'm relatively clean, so that's good. So we get a cover page of Ace, cover request, Ace heating up a bath for some capybara. So ship scrapyard, Navy branch G1, battleship bags. You mean like punching bags? Now that you mention it, it does look like their armored hulls have been caved in with punches. Who did this? Beat up battleships. Is that Kuzan? No, that's an admiral. That's an admiral jacket. Is that Green Bull? Oh, it's brand new. Vice Admiral Garp. Ever since his youth, he made this part of his daily routine. Huh? He's still doing it? What about the second one? That's Aokiji's handwork. The former admiral was Garp's protege. His handiwork. The former admiral was Garp's protege. The rules were no haki or fruit ability allowed while working on the battleship bags. Bro, they're using battleships as punching bags? It's pretty good. Aokiji's is almost as big as Garp's. And Garp is like Garp the Fist. He's known for being that guy. And this is no devil fruit. That's impressive for a Kuzan then. Just goes to show that no one's born a hero. It's a strength you have to earn. Hachinosu, the pirate island, new world. Someone is upside down in the water. He sent Sanwan Wolf flying. Garp scary. That's the giant? We gotta pull him up quick. He'll drown. But how? So, this is the legendary hero. We got Vasco shot. Heavy drinker, Hearth Fire. We see Garp. He's holding up a bunch of fodder. And, oh, he makes them take it. He makes them take the shot. And they're dead. Pirate Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, ow, hot, stop. You bastard, are you trying to destroy Pirate Island? Garp. Hot. If the town burns down, Captain Teacher will kill us. He's totally outnumbered, and he isn't even flinching. What a terrifying geezer. He's got that smirk on his face. Come in, Vice Admiral Garp. The wounded and all the rescued slaves are on board. We're setting sail. Hibari-chan, hang in there. So they got Kobe? We need to thaw the frozen people out slowly. Is Captain Kobe okay? Where's Kobe? You can pull out when you're ready. We're done here. Kobe, Gruss, Helmeppo, it's time to go. Yes, sir. Hachinosu lives up to its reputation. There's no end to all these pirates. Like I said, I can't just let you leave, Garp-san. I should have gone with the others. We're doomed. Who's that, Helmeppo? Hey, Garp-san, am I also the future of the Marines? You still want to go, Kuzan? We can't underestimate the Titanic captains. Listen up, you three. Head straight to the coast and you'll be fine. Don't die on me, you hear? Yes, sir. Garp is gonna handle it all by himself. Ah, someone help. Oh no, they still have a hostage. I'm coming. We almost left you behind. Kobe, you idiot, it's a trap. Yep, he got trapped. Huh? Who's that? Wait, oh no. Oh no, they still have a hostage. I'm coming. We don't. Oh, it's what's her name? Katerina Devon. And then Shiryu comes in and stabs Garp. That was one of the things I got spoiled on. There was no avoiding the spoiler. But I had no context as to how it happens. I assumed he was going to stab him from behind as he's fighting Aokiji, but he just gets stabbed up front. With invisibility, but still. What? Huh? And Garp goes for a punch. Eat this, and he still gets him. Shiryu, he's laughing. That punk from Impel Down. Whoa, it's Shiryu-san. He was invisible. He stabbed Iron Garp. He's been weakened. Garp-san, there is nothing. Garp-san, this is nothing. Go to the ship. But it's my fault. You were protecting me. Oh, he went into. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. He went into it and saved Kobe. I thought he just stabbed Garp. No, he was going for Kobe and Garp took it instead of Kobe. So he pulled the ace. But it's my fault. You were protecting me. Don't flatter yourself, Kobe. I was in high sights. I was in his sights this whole time. Garp's vulnerable. We might be able to take him out now. Killing him is an instant ticket to wealth and glory. Get him. He's got a 3-crown bounty, the same as an admiral. That's around 3 billion berries. Oh, Cross Guild. Oh my god. Wait. So Garp has the same bounty as Law, Kid, and Luffy? But through Cross Guild. And all is this also saying that all of the admirals have... Wait. He's got a 3-crown bounty. The same as an admiral. That's around 3 billion berries. So Garp and the admirals are worth 3 billion. So they're roughly around Gear 5 Luffy level, I would say. I think so. I think old Garp is close to Gear 5 Luffy. To some extent. And the admirals as well. Out of the way, small fry. You guys wouldn't stand a chance. Even if we bound both his arms and legs. Here they go. Ice Glove. This might be the panel I've seen 100 times since, where they both punch each other. Take you on as a disciple? I like my freedom, thanks. Go learn from one of the Navy's instructors. They've taught me all they can. I'm ready for the next level. Make me your disciple. Get lost. Remember, no hockey. This is training. I couldn't use it even if I wanted to. So he doesn't have hockey yet. Bam, and they're hitting their battleships. Bam, my son became a revolutionary, damn it. So he's taking all the anger on the battleship. Bam. And now my grandson says he's going to be a pirate. I won't stand for it. Why are you telling me? And now they got old. Kuzan, let's go get a bite to eat. I'm an admiral now, remember? I'm busy. Some tea then. Come on. I didn't know they were this close. You have a habit of raising enemies. We're through. My boneheaded pupil. And they punch each other face to face. Explosion. They both go down. Vice Admiral Garp, you bastards aren't getting away. This is Hachinosu. You shouldn't have poked the pirate hive if you didn't want to get swarmed. You think your friends are safe just because they set sail? Don't underestimate my island fruit. Pant. Hibari. Where's Kobe? I'm sorry, all I did was get in the way. He'll be right behind us. I'm just glad you're safe. What the heck is that? All you see in the papers is Blackbeard. This and Blackbeard that. It's high time we got a crack at the spotlight. Tomorrow's headlines are gonna read: Vice Admiral Garp and his squad of rising stars failed to rescue the hero, Captain Kobe. So this is, what's his name? Alvaro Pizarro, 4th captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, used his awesome new power to crush their foolish plan. No, don't do it, please. There are innocent civilians on board. Kobe, don't lose your head. Justice will prevail. Like I said, oh, that's the end of the chapter. This is just the color spreads. This is interesting. From all the spoilers, I thought Garp lost. And I thought I would have assumed the chapter ended with him getting stabbed by Shiryu. Because I saw the Shiryu stabbing him, and I saw the part where they both punch each other, and that's about it. I would have thought the chapter would have ended with him getting stabbed and he would have lost, but he hasn't lost at all. Let's get into 1088. Chapter 1088. Oh, and they put the Luffy from the live action. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. He does look a lot like Luffy. That's the best casting in the whole thing, is Luffy. Which it should be. So what is this title? Chapter 1088, the final lesson. The former Navy headquarters. Lesson 1. A baby and an old man are stranded on an island full of fierce beasts. You're on a boat that can hold a maximum of 2. What do? You get off and you put them both on. But let's see what they say. I'd get off the boat myself. That way both of the victims can use it to get to safety. You dunce, that's wrong. You should abandon the half-dead geezer. Oh, this is young Kobe. And he throws, what's that? He throws a bat at him or a bottle? Something, or a stick. You should abandon. I like how they're actually in a classroom with a chalkboard and tables and chairs. You should abandon the half-dead geezer. Vice Admiral Garp, what are you saying? Oh, they're gonna abandon him. Why the hell did you become Marines? To save the future? To safeguard the future, right? Well, you should keep that in mind because you all have more ahead of you than some old fossil. Take the baby and live on. Don't ever give a lecture like that again. All lives are equal, but the potential of youth is limitless. A few weeks ago at Amazon Lily, the island of woman. This is unbearable, Vice Admiral. Even if he is an emperor, are we meant to sit back and watch while he takes our fellow officers? This is Amazon Lily? Just because we don't have permission to engage. Oh, this is what happened in the beginning with Kobe. Help! Who knows what they'll do to us back on Pirate Island? What do you want, hero? You ready to start an all-out war? Captain Kobe, this is how he gets kidnapped. He's with sword. So even he knows. If I take their place, would you be willing to release this battleship and all 800 of the Marines you've captured? Why did they say Vice Admiral then? This is unbearable, Vice Admiral. Even if he is an emperor, are we meant to... There's no Vice Ad... Oh, this guy's a Vice Admiral. The guy behind Kobe. If I take their place, would you be willing to release the battleships and all 800 of the Marines you've captured? Captain Kobe, you would do that? Zehahaha, you think a lot of yourself, don't you? That's true. You're not worth 800 men. Present day, near Hachinosu, the pirate island. What? That hand just came out of the island. Matt C, what up, bro? Yes, sir, we are out here. Yes, sir. I apologize I wasn't able to give you guys more of a heads up, which is probably why no one is in here, but to say things weren't going my way the past week would be a major understatement. It was almost looking like I was about to just read it on my own because it was really looking like it was just not going to happen. Every single thing that I tried, it was just not going to happen. But I stuck in there and I was able to do it now. Even though it's really, really late. Better late than never, right? Because this at least will be saved and it could be a VOD for you guys. But what up, Matt? How you doing? And are we on break after the end of this chapter? Because otherwise 1089 should be out, no? Present day near Hachinosu. That hand just came out of the island. Our cannon fire is ineffective. So we got Alvaro's hand. We didn't even make a scratch. It's no use. We can't stop it. Prepare to abandon ship. Hurry. Get everyone above deck. We must protect the civilians. Yes, ma'am. What power? Is he that strong? Meanwhile, on Pirate Island. Isn't this Hachinosu? It's the same island. Why did we cut again? Hundreds of Marines and civilians will die if that hand gets the ship. Vice Admiral, what do we do? So him and Kuzan are both down. Don't worry, you guys. Don't worry, you guys got this. What? Get ready, I'll give you an opening. Captain Kobe, you're gonna go for that island monster's hand, and you're gonna smash it to bits. What? That's way too big for me. Rear Admiral Gruss, your job is to protect the ship from any falling debris, and make sure no one gets in their way, Lieutenant Commander Helmeppo. So there are a captain, rear admiral, and lieutenant commander. So Helmeppo is the lowest rank of them. I don't know if never second guess yourself in the heat of the moment. Now go. Yes, sir. Hey, Kobe. Group is on the move. Hey, Kobe's group is on the move. Who cares? They're helpless without Garp. They may call him a hero, but he's basically nothing but a glorified raw cadet. Let's pluck him like scraps of seaweed. You packing any explosives to destroy that thing, Kobe? Afraid not. I'll just have to figure something out. Figure something out? That thing is big enough to crush a battleship in its palm. You ain't getting away, Kobe. They saw us. Make sure no one gets in their way. So now Helmeppo has to protect them. Just need to buy time. Helmeppo-san, don't look back, Kobe. They each have their own job to do. Garp-san, where exactly do you think you're going? Someone might actually die in this fight between these two. With a wound like that. Wobble. Drip, drip. This is just a scratch. No. He got a worse stab than Whitebeard did, if anything. Maybe not. Whitebeard's was right through the chest. But he got a pretty bad stab. And from a stronger opponent, so that should be mentioned too. And here I was worrying. That just proves they're still soft. Oh, he's already blitzing him. Oh, and here I was worrying, and then Garp goes for it. That just proves you're still soft. And he punches him. Whoa, Kuzan-san. Garp's coming here. Doesn't he care about the ship I'm gonna sink? He's going straight for Avaro. Galaxy Divide. What is happening here? He punched the skull. He broke the skull of Hachinosu. No way. Doesn't he care? Oh, I already read that. Pizarro-san, whoa. Was that really a punch? He's done. He just got one-shotted. Just like, not Vasco shot. San Juan Wolf. That must be the opening he mentioned. This is it. He's made his move. What are you gonna do, Kobe? Live up to his expectations. And he jumps up. Kobe, you old dog. You think that'll stop me, Garp? Now you'll see what happens when you piss me off. Hey, Helmeppo. Kobe's been improving a lot recently. So why does he always look so beat up? His arms are constantly bandaged. Look, it's Kobe. Does he seriously think he can stop that giant hand? Oh, this is a flashback they're talking about. That twerp's heroic reputation must have gone to his head. Beat up? Oh, you mean his hands and shoulders, right? He learned some kind of technique from Garp. He told me not to say anything, but Kobe's been compared to everyone else. Here, I have zero aptitude for combat. That means working 10 times harder won't cut it. I'll have to put in 200 times more effort. I've got to keep training or I won't be able to protect anyone. Yo, what's up, that boy? What is up, bro? Welcome. We're reading 1088 right now. I'm late. I'm very late. I know, guys, and I apologize, but better late than never. We're here for it. If I can't do that, I'll never be a great Marine. You're telling me that after my special training regimen, he's sneaking off to work out more? After Garp's training, he wants to do even more. Yes, he never misses a day. Ouch. Give it a rest already, Kobe. He spends the whole night hitting one of the battleship bags until his fists peel and bleed. So just like Kuzan and just like Garp. And Garp is smiling. Nahaha, compared to my paw, you may as well be an ant. Don't get too close, Kobe senpai. It's dangerous. Oh, he's about to punch. Hahaha, this won't take long. Is that Garp saying that? Oh, that's Garp. Let's enjoy the dying... Oh, that's Alvaro. Let's enjoy the dying screams of your fellow Marines. And Garp is smirking, you got this. Or he's looking back to Garp. Even if they try to jump overboard, Aokiji will just freeze them. We've gotta go. Full sail. Captain Kobe. He's about to do something. We have to get as far as we can. There's no stopping it now. Kobe. He goes for a punch. I've gotta break through. If I can't, they'll all die. I've gotta break through. If I can't, they'll all die. And their blood will be on my hands. And he's... Don't tell me he's using Advanced Conqueror's Haki. There's lightning around his fists. Honesty, impact. Is this Advanced Conqueror? It's Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Cause there's a space between him and the fist. And here, there's lightning. Honesty, impact. So Garp is Galaxy Impact. He uses Honesty Impact. Wait. Kobe has Advanced Conqueror's Haki. We don't even know if Kuzan has that yet. Sanji, Kid, Law, Sabo, we don't know if he has it. Kobe just jumped. Oh, this next top 30 is going to be interesting. Kobe just jumped up on everyone's list. Honesty, impact. Look at the damage he's done. Punching right through the giant hand, straight to the skull. This looks as good as Zoro's final attack on King. The reason I bring that up is because from a visual standpoint, they're very similar. They're both Advanced Conqueror's Haki. They both have like a huge thing coming at them a long way, and they break or slice right through that thing with Advanced Conqueror's Haki, and they just show you like how far it can go through such a big object and reach its destination. Cause like with Zoro, he punched through that flaming dragon. Well, it wasn't a flaming dragon, that's Kaido, but it was basically a magma dragon attack. I forget what it was called. Flaming Imperial, extra large flaming Imperial wings, and he cut all the way through that and it hit King. And this one, he's punching all the way through the hand, which is about the same size. Looking at Kobe to the hand, it's about the same as Zoro and that dragon. So if I'm being honest, Honesty, impact, this move looks about as strong as Zoro's King of Hell. Zoro's final move on King. It really does, like, if I'm being honest. But something tells me Kobe can't be spamming attacks like these, because he's getting bandaged up. He was crying the whole time. He didn't pull it out in Amazon Lily. Meanwhile, Garp came introducing himself with a move like this, which means it's nothing for him. He lands on the island and pulls something like this off, much less something bigger than this. But Kobe didn't use it in Amazon Lily. Got himself captured, so it wasn't enough for Blackbeard. Was on this island, was fighting the whole time next to Garp, and still didn't use it. And it took Garp summoning the confidence within him to use it in a last-ditch effort. So something tells me, and not to mention the bandages covering him up and shit. So it's like a one and done thing for him. It's kind of like Zoro's why am I blanking? Ashura on Kaido. It was like that's it. Once you do that, that's it. But let me just keep reading. Yo, Max Moon, what is up, bro? It's advanced armament. It didn't have the Conqueror's kanji. It can be Conquerors, though. It's really hard to say, to be honest. But Matt, what are you talking about? Look, it has the lightning. Look at the page where he's pulling in the fist. I've got to break through. If I can't, they'll all die, and their blood would be on my hands. You can see the lightning. And then on top of that, well, advanced armament, you don't really touch the object as well. But in the next page, you see the lightning is in front of him, and then there's a space, and then there's the impact on the hand. So what would really make this not advanced conquerors? What else is missing? Sure, it's not an insane amount of lightning, but I think that's beautiful because that shows the different levels of advanced conquerors Haki. Like, I don't think we've ever seen lightning like with Shanks when he fought Green Bull and when he fought Kid. I've never seen, well, with Kid it wasn't like with Green Bull it was the most amount of lightning we've ever seen, which fits because it's Shanks. With Kaido and Luffy we saw a lot. With Garp I would say we saw more than Kaido and Luffy even. And now with Kobe we're seeing a really small amount. So maybe the amount of lightning has to do with how much advanced conquerors Haki you can summon out. Maybe, or maybe I'm just overthinking it. No way we back. Yes sir, Max Moon. Also guys, let me just mention now, because I wanna mention this. I don't wanna make a direct promise because I feel like if I do that and it's not the case, it's better I don't say anything to begin with. But if all goes to plan, I haven't stopped YouTube. I'm definitely not stopping YouTube. I'm not just doing live reactions. I want to do videos again consistently. I want to do live reactions consistently the day the chapters come out. So if everything goes to plan, within the next month or so, I should be back full time. Within the next month and a half, I should be back full time. Full videos, 2 videos a week like I was always doing, Tuesdays and Saturdays or whatever other days, and then live reacting to the chapters as soon as they come out. So just bear with me. Right now, it's not easy for me at all. But just give me some time, and I'll be back full time. Yo, Atrice is here. Or Rational Power Scaler. Don't think I forgot you. What up, bro? It's an island level attack. Alvaro Pizarro arm bigger than Thriller Bark. Did it say his arm is bigger than Thriller Bark? I don't think it's bigger than Thriller Bark. It might be, you know. But Thriller Bark is huge. It's not like these regular Navy battleships, which are huge, but it's much bigger. Excuse me. Kobe's justice is honest justice. Oh, okay. Which makes sense. Which makes sense. He really just wants to protect people. Hence honesty impact. So honest impact equals galaxy impact. But Kobe is smaller than Garp. I can't talk today. I don't think honesty impact equals galaxy impact. No way in hell. No way. And no, I'm reading them for the first time right now. Atrice, we're reading them right now. I already read 1087. I kind of just sped through it because I wanted to get to 1080. Because I'll be honest, I was spoiled already on a lot of things on 1087. But it didn't go the way I expected. I just knew some major stuff. But this one I was clean. No spoilers, so this is good. You're right about the lightning. It's currently a huge subject of controversy because apparently Katakuri and Ulti had black lightning or something. Honestly, it's Oda's fault. I thought it was Advanced Conquerors. So, ever since this chapter came out, what you're saying is the community is split on whether it's Advanced Conquerors or it's Advanced Armament. Did Katakuri have it? Did Katakuri even have Advanced Armament? I don't remember him having that. And if you're talking about lightning with Katakuri and Ulti, I hope you guys are talking about the manga. Don't talk about the anime, because the anime just puts whatever they want in there. You cannot use the anime's lightning for power scaling, or to like as a source for anything, because they put it wherever they want to put it. You could probably go back to Dressrosa and see some lightning. But in terms of the manga, I don't remember Katakuri or Ulti having lightning. I could very well be wrong though. But the main reason I would say it's Advanced Conquerors is because it's a version of Garp's attack, which is Advanced Conquerors. And really, there's no difference in his attack and Garp's except the amount of damage, like how big of an area they've affected. Because as big as this is, Garp did way more damage. And how much lightning is coming from their fist. That's about the only difference. So there's no reason to assume it's a whole different skill, like it's a whole different hockey than Garp's. Whereas to assume this is Advanced Armament and Garp's is Advanced Conquerors, but they're the same move, showing the same lightning, it doesn't make sense to me. But if that's what, I don't know, if that's what people are saying. But other people have different opinions. Stacking them chapters, eh? Yeah, I had to. I'm hoping I can read 1089 when it comes out. Again, guys, 1 month I'll be back to normal. If all goes as planned, God willing. If everything goes to plan, it should be back to normal. Galaxy Impact definitely stronger, and Garp also said that it used to be much stronger back in the day. It might not be bigger than Thriller Bark, but comparable. Thriller Bark was docked on Hachinosu. When was Thriller Bark? During Wano, when we saw Shiryu and Katarina Devon, their Devil Fruits. That's good memory. Wow. Hold on, give me 1 second here, guys. Yeah, Katakuri and Ulti don't have advanced armament, not that I remember. It's advanced. I think it's Advanced Conquerors. Yeah, I agree with you. Plus, we are endgame, so I'm inclined to believe that he has Advanced Conquerors, but maybe not. Plus, guys, it's Kobe, right? Like Kobe's one of the safest stocks in One Piece. Like he's endgame. He's an endgame material. He was there from day one. So him getting Advanced Conquerors was always more likely than even Sanji. Do you think current Kobe is stronger than Sanji? Wow, speaking of perfect timing. I don't think he's stronger, and this goes back to what I was saying before. I think this Honesty Impact move and him using Advanced Conquerors in general, for where he is right now, it's too hard on his body. It's too hard on his body. But let me finish this chapter. Let me see what he's like after he does this move. If he's on the ground, if his arms are broken, if his shoulder's broken. Because from reading this back, even though it is when he was much younger, it was doing some serious damage to his body. But it is a younger Kobe. But I'm just looking back and I'm like, if he's been able to do this with relative ease this whole time, then what was going on in Amazon Lily? Why did he get captured? Surely this is enough. Surely this is enough for Blackbeard to back down. Especially if you have Hancock. You have your Vice Admiral with you. You have all these other people. But let's keep reading. What? Meowch. Did he defeat Pizarro? Kobe-kun. Tashigi. Kobe Senpai, you're incredible. Captain Kobe, amazing. Wait, what about all the debris? And now the last guy's gonna stop the debris. And look at Garp laughing. Ha ha ha. Kobe, that was unbelievable. I don't think anybody knew that he could do it aside from Garp. And Helmeppo because of the flashback. You've been hiding your true strength this whole time. Huff huff. Clay Web. And he stops the debris. Kobe is falling. Helmeppo saves him. Kobe, you did it. That was seriously amazing. Helmeppo-san, I really did it. That arm was as big as a mountain, and he blew it to smithereens. Whoa. Prince saved us. Now we just need Vice Admiral Garp to get here so we can leave. Kazan is up, though. I don't know. I don't think Garp is going to die. I don't think Kazan is going to die, but if they leave Garp here, it's not going to look good. Thank you, Kobe. Kobe-senpai. Hibaru-san, thank goodness you're safe. Captain Kobe, thank you so much. Garp calls in. This is Garp, he's calling Tashigi. The mission to rescue Kobe was a success. Copy that. Please make your way back as soon as possible. All troops withdraw from Hachinosu immediately, but Kuzan's not going to let him. I'll figure something out. In situations like this, the safety of your kids is always a top priority. You finally get it, right? The lesson that he taught them. Prince, we've got to turn around. Our success here will be proven to be a serious blow to pirates everywhere. So keep moving forward. I don't like the way they started this chapter, with Garp teaching them that you're supposed to leave the old man behind because the future relies on you to be around to save the future generations. And now the chapter ending the way it's ending. I don't like it. 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 But I know I know he's not dead this chapter. Otherwise, there's no way I would have been able to avoid spoilers of Garp dying this chapter. And on top of that, I don't think Kuzan would actually let Garp die, let alone kill him, much less kill him. He wouldn't even let the Blackbeard pirates kill him, I think. And never forget, you are all the future of the Marines. He's frozen, and he stabbed through the chest again with the icicle. And you got Kuzan and Shiryu standing opposite sides of him. It's Garp. It's Garp, though. It's Garp. It's Garp. Kuzan froze him. Clanked, and he's laughing. He froze in laughter. Bah ha 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 ha. In the following day's paper, the legendary hero, Vice Admiral Garp, would be declared missing in action on Pirate Island after the successful rescue of the young hero, Captain Kobe. So Kobe traded himself for the 800 Marines, and Garp traded himself for Kobe. However, another story would also gain the world's attention. The Egghead incident, where Emperor Straw Hat Luffy would face a siege on the island of the future. And then we got a bunch of Marines coming. So they're here. Okay. Break next week. Okay. So we are officially back to Egghead Island. And as much as I was enjoying all of this stuff, it was amazing. And I'm glad we took all this time. For Garp, for Shanks, for Kuzan, for Kobe, for everyone else that we got to see. Sabo, Imu, Dragon, Ivankov, the Revolutionaries, for all of that stuff. I'm so glad we got all of that. But I'd be lying if I said seeing that we're going back to Egghead wouldn't put a smile on my face. Even though this stuff is more hype than Egghead on a chapter-to-chapter basis, One Piece is so good because you can't go too long without the Straw Hats. Otherwise, you just miss them. Even like Marineford, as great as it was, I was just always waiting for the Straw Hats to come back. They're the Straw Hats. So I think it was the perfect balance, the perfect amount of chapters to go away from it, and then to end it like this, it means we're gonna come back, and we're gonna come back with Kizaru and Saint J, and it's about to get good. However, another story would also gain. In the following day's paper, the legendary hero Vice Admiral Garp would be declared missing in action on Pirate Island after the successful rescue of the young hero Captain Kobe. However, another story would also gain the world's attention. The Egghead incident, where Emperor Straw Hat Luffy would face a siege on the island of the future. Our tale shifts back to the island of the future. So they actually tell us that we're going back. Break next week. All right. Let's see this honesty, impact, and color. Oh, that's Conquerors. I don't care what anyone says. That is Conquerors. If this isn't Conquerors, then Garp's isn't Conquerors. Because there's no difference in Garp's and his except for the amount of lightning and the amount of damage. But the damage is there, the lightning is there, and the space of impact is there. So it's the same fundamental thing as whatever Garp did. Kobe needs advanced Conquerors hockey. You're right. Him and Luffy gonna team up to fight Blackbeard pirates like how Garp and Roger teamed up against Rocks pirates. Kobe will fight Kuzan. Yeah, I said it. Him and Luffy will team up to fight Blackbeard pirates like how Garp and Roger teamed up to fight Rocks. It could work. It could work. It could work. It all depends on if the things line up to that. Like, who would have ever thought Garp would be fighting Kuzan and Shiryu in the same time that Shanks just one-shot-shotted Kid, and at the same time Blackbeard just mid-diffed Law. But everything just led to that. The story is going so many different ways right now with all these moving pieces that honestly anything is possible. We're at the perfect point right now. We're at that middle point where we can start predicting where things are going to be at the actual end game of One Piece. But we could be so off at the same time because it can go so many different ways. The one thing we do know right now is we know what pieces are going to be moving and roughly how important everyone is going to be to Endgame. But we don't know who they're going to be fighting, what side they're going to be fighting on, who's going to be matched up with who's going to be fighting for what organization. Like, for example, will Kazan be fighting for the Marines again? Will he be fighting for pirates? Will he be fighting for Blackbeard? What's his name? Who I was trying to say, will Kuma be fighting for the Revolutionary Army, or will he be dead? Fujitora, Smoker, so many different things. Yeah, it would be pretty lame if it was that hard on his body and it's only advanced armament. Exactly. It has to be advanced conquerors. Will we go back to Egghead next chapter? What do you think? We have to, Max Moon. Max Moon, they said it. At the end, our tale shifts back to the island of the future. And it's a perfect place because it wraps up everything. We wrapped up the stuff with Shanks and Kid. We got all the information that we were going to get and more with Sabo and the Revolutionary Army. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't think we were going to get that much information to begin with. So I'm really glad with that stuff. I think that was definitely the pinnacle of this break that we took from Egghead. Was the Emu and the Revolutionary and Sabo and Cobra. Especially seeing Emu and the Gorosei in somewhat in action. And Sabo trying to get out of there. That was the peak of it, I think. From a story and plot progression standpoint. For me, it was Shanks. You already know for me, Shanks. Shanks one-shotting Kid. And then this stuff, too, is really, really good. Man. Endgame One Piece is looking good. Garp is one of the biggest Chads in the series. Easily one of the biggest ones, Matt. Another difference is Kobe didn't have the Conqueror's Kanji. But Zoro didn't at first when he wasn't consciously using it. But Zoro wasn't consciously using it when he did Ashura. So I think because of that, it's a little bit different, right? Like Kaido's probably just so experienced with Advanced Conqueror's Haki that he could taste the little bit that Zoro was using. Or sense it, I should say. Because I think Zoro was using just a little bit of it there, and Kaido was experienced enough to sense it, whereas the others weren't. But once Zoro actually awakened it or unlocked it against King, when he knocked all those guys out, and he said, I made a promise to my best friend and my captain, then we started seeing lightning for all of his attacks. So here Kobe is consciously using it. He knows what he's doing. He's been trained by Garp. Look, even the same chapter where they're like, Garp's coming here, and you see Garp flying in with a fist with lightning. Sure, it's clearly more visible lightning than Kobe, but if you scroll down just a little bit later, Kobe does the same shit, just less, because he's Kobe, he's not Garp, but it's the exact same move. So it's definitely Advanced Conquerors. So we got 1 week until the next chapter comes out. I still think Kid and Law are about equal. If Kid had the opportunity to attack, it would have been devastating. I definitely think Kid and Law are about equal. I think Kid is actually stronger, but I think Law is smarter. And I think it definitely would have been different only because Law is more cautious and more careful than Kid. Would he have maybe done slightly better against Shanks? And by slightly better, I mean maybe dodge one attack. Not even. Because Shanks was serious. Okay, the whole thing with Shanks and Kid is that Kid is so dumb. He went and attacked the one thing that pisses Shanks off. The one thing that pisses Shanks off that we saw in Chapter 1 is when you attack his friends that cannot defend themselves. You can bully him, bully his crew. They can defend themselves. But when you bully a Kid Luffy, when you bully his fleet, which is the weakest fleet in the world, then he gets pissed. So the first thing he did is he pissed off Shanks. Then on top of that, he hyped up a really, really, really powerful move that was slow, thinking he's gonna fight someone slow like Big Mom, and he's fighting arguably the fastest character in One Piece. So he gets blitzed, and he gets one-shotted. So it's not going to go exactly like that if it was Law. But if the fight with Law and Shanks started where Shanks was just as pissed off as he was, so let's say the fight with Law and Shanks starts, and for whatever reason, Law does the exact same thing and destroys the fodder of Shanks' fleet. Just because Shanks now getting angry, it doesn't matter if Law is cautious. It doesn't matter if he types up a big attack or if he does not, if he's trying to dodge. He's getting one-shotted. Because no one... Look at how fast Shanks jumped. None of these supernova guys are dealing with Shanks' speed. None of them. Besides maybe Luffy dodging... Maybe in Gear 5 dodging one attack. But other than that, I don't think so. So it doesn't really matter. I think he would have gotten one-shotted by Shanks too. Biggest chads are Zoro, Shanks, Garp, Oden, and Roger. Oh, Stronger. Stronger the horse? Zoro is up there, Shanks is up there, Garp is up there, Oden is up there. I would say Rayleigh. Rayleigh is definitely up there. Rayleigh's up there too. If you want to talk Chad, Rayleigh's definitely up there. And honestly, yeah, that might be. Oh, and Whitebeard. The old guys, basically, all the old guys. Throw in Rayleigh and Whitebeard, and I think you got the perfect list. I think had Law been in Kid's position, it'd have been the same. Exactly. Like, the way it would get to the conclusion would be different, but the conclusion of Law getting one-shotted same as Kid would be the same. Shanks was not messing around. Yeah. Exactly, which is a stark contrast to Garling, who claims those who protect the weak are trash. You know what? I don't think I ever really put that together, Matt. That perfect contrast in ideologies of Shanks, Figureland, and Figureland Garling. Because that was the one thing that we saw him say, was those who protects the weak are lower than scum. And Shanks, in the very first chapter of One Piece, you could spill beer all over me, do whatever you want, but those who attack my friends, I will never forgive that. For whatever reason, whether they were right or wrong, he won't forgive it. Stronger is the Chad Pegasus, yeah. Alright, guys. That was a good one. We're on break week. Again, give me a little bit of time. It's killing me to be this inconsistent right now with YouTube. Give me like a month. I want to make videos again twice a week. Good videos. And do these live reactions on time. And if things go as planned, God willing, that will be the case. 1089 is going to come back to Egghead, so it's going to slow down a bit. But because we're seeing battleships already coming in, and we know Emperor Straw Hat Luffy would face a siege, we might pick off with some pretty heavy stuff straight from the beginning. But I think we're gonna warm into it. I think we might go back to Egghead and cut to like right before the siege, and then get into the siege. So I think it's gonna slow down a bit now. This was a good, 10 chapter, 11, 12 chapter run of just great stuff. And I think we're ready to go back to Egghead. Just slow down for a bit. See Zoro, see Sanji, see Luffy, see Nami, Robin, the whole crew. And see Kizaru, because so many theories have been out about what Kizaru and that Gorosei member might do from now. So let's see. Gear 5 is getting animated in a week or two. Yeah. What did you guys think about that trailer? Let's talk about it. What did you guys think about that trailer? I think at this point, there's no, how can anyone have not been spoiled about Gear 5? It's everywhere. It's everywhere on Twitter. Every single person you follow on Twitter, Gear 5, Gear 5. The anime itself now is putting teasers or trailers for Gear 5. That's how big it is. It really is as big as the first Super Saiyan, as the two biggest power-ups in the history of anime. And I think at this point, it kind of sucks for everyone that wasn't reading the manga at the time, because you've been spoiled on something huge. But at the same time, I think it brought a lot of people into reading the manga. Like Uzumaki Khan, for example. He got spoiled on Gear 5, but he's now caught up to the manga. He's like, he couldn't take it anymore.
Because as great as Gear 5 is, and as bad of a spoiler as it is, I would take being spoiled on Gear 5 or being spoiled on what the One Piece is. And when the One Piece comes out, nobody on this planet is going to avoid that. Yo, what's up, Matt? Yo, my bro, thankfully is off anime Twitter. Want to live vicariously through his reaction. Anime Twitter. Trailers, whatever, but I've never felt the same hype reading One Piece as much. April, yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Like, the anime is great, but there's nothing like that first time experience. I have never felt, even though it's not my favorite moment in the series, I never had goosebumps, and I was never like as much as in anticipation as I was last March of 2022 when Gear 5 came out. Because I remember when it was like everyone thought for sure it was gonna be like resin, like sap. Then when chapter 1043 ended and we saw his face melting, the next 7 days, I don't remember if we were on break or not, but I think we were. But from the end of 1043 to the day 1044 came out, One Piece didn't feel like this thing that only One Piece watchers were watching me. It felt like this thing that the whole world was talking about. Or at least everywhere I went online. Everybody was talking about Luffy and Gear 5. 1044, I don't think can ever be duplicated again. And the anime will be great. I'm sure it will be. At least in the beginning. The thing about the anime, guys, is the anime is so inconsistent. So we're all aware, just like they did with Red Rock, the actual episode where Gear 5 drops is going to be peak animation. It's probably going to be the best episode to ever exist. But give it 2-3 episodes later, and even when Gear 5 is still in motion, you already know the animation is going to drop. So I would wish that they would just find where their budget can go on a medium, so not too bad and not too high, and stick there. Just stick to that medium. Instead of like what they did with like 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, if you guys remember that when Roof Piece started. That gets annoying at times. I didn't allow him to see Film Red. We taking this seriously, protecting him from spoilers. That's good. Don't. You know where everything drops. Don't let him watch any of that or read any of that. Because that reaction is going to be genuine. And anime Twitter will spoil you in a second, man. In a second. And the live action, what did you guys think about the live action, like the extended trailer that we saw now? I gotta be honest, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. The only thing I don't like... Okay, let's talk about casting. In terms of casting, I think Luffy's a 10 out of 10 from what we've seen so far. I think Nami's a 10 out of 10. Originally, I thought Usopp was a 10 out of 10 in terms of looks. But the more I look at it now and the more I see in the trailers, I don't think... And this is no knock on the actor. But it doesn't feel like Usopp at all to me. It feels like... It almost has like too much there's too much modelly vibe with Usopp and Zoro. But Zoro was the opposite. Zoro, when I saw his cast, I was like, this is going to be the worst casting of all. But as I saw the trailers, I'm like, okay, you know what? This guy's not doing too bad. Because it's really hard to get someone that looks like Zoro, that sounds like Zoro, that can pull off Zoro's demeanor. It's a very unique demeanor that he has. So it's not going to be easy. As long as you have someone that's reserved, that's stoic, that's calm, that's all you need, really. But with Usopp, Usopp's going to be a tough one. And from the trailers, I'm starting to doubt Usopp is going to match. And that's no knock on the actor. It's a hard one to do. In terms of Arlong, oh my goodness. Arlong was terrible. The makeup they put, the voice, his height, his muscles. Arlong's got to be more jacked. Arlong's got to be, you got to find someone that's at least 6'2" for Arlong. Because if you don't have the height, you're not gonna give off the feeling that fishmen are supposed to give off in the introduction of fishmen. The arc that introduces fishmen isn't even going to make them look that intimidating. Because they were big, they were jacked, they were intimidating. That guy, I don't know. That just doesn't fit. That I wouldn't necessarily say is the casting. Well, it is a casting because of height, and I guess he's not. I would say he's not as big as Orlong should be, but I think it's mostly the makeup and the way they make him talk. It just doesn't fit Orlong. Buggy, I like. Buggy, I like that part where we see him doing the, what was it, chop chop cannon, looked good. Luffy's moves look good, man. Like, One Piece is the hardest thing to pull off because of stuff like Gum Gum Pistol, Buggy's moves, the comedy, having to like transition the comedy to a live action. That's still to this day what I fear the most. From the day I heard the live action was gonna be, the live adaptation was gonna be made, to today, the thing I fear the most is the humor style of One Piece translating to a live action adaptation audience. How like it's not gonna be the same if real life people are making these jokes, but it looks good. Overall, I think I'm gonna start watching the live action, at least the beginning, and see how it does. Not a fan of the live actions. And did you see Shanks? Yeah, Shanks looks like fodder, but I think it makes sense because Shanks is supposed to look like fodder. Even in look at Shanks' introduction. The bandit worth 8 million thinks a subordinate of his can deal with Shanks and just shoot him, because that's the look that Shanks has in the beginning. And then we all get caught off guard, from Luffy to everyone else that's on the island. Like what's her name? What's the girl's name? Why am I blanking today? I know all these names. Anyways, the grandpa guy. Everybody in Windmill Village. To all of the bandits. Everyone was surprised. To Luffy himself, they were all surprised with Shanks' strength. Because he doesn't look like a guy that's that strong. If you look at Mihawk, the way he carries himself in his introduction, just the way he dresses, his giant sword, everything about him. Roger, same thing. Whitebeard, they all look like, just by looking at them, they look like top guys. Now I think people will look at Shanks and say he looks like a top guy, but I think that's because we know. It's hindsight bias. But if you were to go back to chapter 1, I'll be honest, when I read chapter 1, or when I watched the episodes, I think it was like 3 or 4, because I watched the anime first, I did not think Shanks was going to be that strong. Until Garp said he was an emperor, I did not think Shanks was going to be that strong. So that Shanks is supposed to give off that look. Usopp is too cool. He seems like, I don't know. He looks too neat. I don't think he'll be able to pull it off. We have seen very little, you're right. Buggy's amazing, I think so. I just needed to translate why I love the show so much to non-One Piece fans. Makino, yes, thank you, Makino. But alright guys, we're gonna end it there. Those were some good chapters. 1087, 1088. Thanks for pulling up both Matt DiCaro, Matt C. Rational Power Scaler, I see you. Max Moon, and That Bull. I appreciate you guys pulling up. I know it was short notice. I didn't really even give you guys big of a notice. Like I said in the beginning, if you're here, I tried it many times, and it just seemed... I almost gave up. It seemed like I was just not going to be able to live react today or yesterday or ever since I got back home. So I was able to get it in today. I was able to squeeze a quick one in. And we will see when 1089 comes out. I'm hoping I can get a live reaction in sooner than this one, because this was pretty late. So thank you guys. YouTube, Matt. Have a good one, bro. Appreciate you guys pulling up. And I'll see you guys for 1089.